This tiny piece of the world is where the commercial trade in flowers and plants takes place. From the most simple plant to the most exotic flower. Everything comes together at the largest flower auction on earth, Flora Holland, the cooperative consisting of about 8,000 floriculture growers.
Joli, hein? Et ils sentent très bon, mais avez-vous aussi autre chose? Je veux très joli aussi. Je voudrais un beau bouquet de... Super.
These tulips were still at a nursery in the Netherlands yesterday. Within 24 hours, they'll be in an apartment in Paris or somewhere else in Europe. How do they do it? It all begins at the nursery, of course. This is where the bulbs grow into mature tulips before they continue their lives elsewhere. The specialist grower knows exactly when the tulips are ready to be sold. He also knows that they need to be taken to Flora Holland as soon as possible to be auctioned. And he knows that the tulips have to be top quality, because he wants to produce his products sustainably and sell them to the best florists in Europe. The tulips are ready to go to Flora Holland. But which auction will he choose? He decides to split his lot of tulips and sell it at 2 different markets. This will help him get the best price. We love flowers, and this starts at an early age. If there's something to celebrate, or if things aren't going your way. Flora Holland's auction is like a complicated logistics puzzle, which has to be solved as fast as possible, day in, day out. The tulips and millions of other flowers are assembled here, from Holland as well as from the rest of the world. Everything is collected so that it can appear at the auction clock. This is where supply and demand come together, and traders whose customers are located all over the world buy their flowers here. This flower trader is involved in a lot for international export. He knows what his customers in Rome, Frankfurt and Paris want. He's searching for a specific lot of tulips. He's made his bid and the tulips are his. In an hour, they're ready to be shipped internationally. And not long after, the tulips are already part of a French bouquet. We love getting flowers. When you've achieved something, when you're turning 16, or when you have graduated. This architect has just started his own company and is looking for fresh new ideas for the interior of his new studio. He's hoping to get some inspiration here at the garden centre. Variety is continually increasing, and old trends quickly make room for new ones.
ziet helemaal niks. En voor de bijen kan het.
Growers and buyers are aware of this. Flora Holland helps the grower to develop new ideas and gives advice on their practical implementation. Like here, in discussion with an orchid grower.
In die tas is meer een marktgerichte benadering. Wat leeft in de markt? Wat zijn de laatste trends?
Ik denk dat wij al jaren bezig zijn als familiebedrijf.
Ja, dus je moet die toegevoegde waarde gaan leveren hè, aan je product.
Wel echt iets onderscheidends.
Dit is dan de tas. Ja. En ik denk dat die ook zeker gebruikt wordt zonder de orchidee erin. En je hangt hem over de schouder. Groot hengsel. Ja. Ja, die vrouwen die willen de tas wel hebben.
A grower of flowers or plants can choose to sell via the auction clock using a daily price, or he can choose a totally different option, mediation. Flora Holland mediates between the grower and the buyer and sets concrete price agreements for the sale of the grower's plants. The grower knows that his orchids will be sold, and the buyer is certain that he'll be able to provide his customers with the right amount of plants of the desired quality. Not all of the flowers that are sold at auction are from Holland. A lot of roses are grown in Kenya. And these roses make their way to the customer via the 6 markets of Flora Holland. Flowers are a delicate product. A constant low temperature is important to keep the flowers in good condition, especially during transport. Flora Holland offers a tracking and tracing service of the temperature during transport from the nursery to the auction. The roses from Kenya are prepared here at Flora Holland for auction. A quality inspector makes sure that the phytosanitary measures are in order. He also checks the flower's freshness and maturity. This is done with all the flowers and plants that arrive here. The information is sent directly to the auction and appears on the auction clocks. The flowers and plants that are traded at Flora Holland can also be bought directly over the internet. This is called remote buying. The exporter who's working with his people here has set up a special area for this. All Flora Holland's auction clocks can be seen from here, and a bid can be made immediately, just like at the auction itself. They often buy large amounts of flowers for regular customers, such as supermarkets. One of the buyers is especially interested in a lot of roses from Kenya. From the moment the flowers are taken from the auction, it's only a short time until they're available for sale, from stores in the Netherlands to the furthest reaches of Europe.